Death affects us all, in one form or another. But have you ever wondered what the strangest deaths throughout history were? From pharaohs and emperors to ordinary everyday people, death seems to show no mercy, no matter what period of time you happen to be from. Join us, as we look at some of the strangest deaths throughout recorded history. Starting off in the era of Antiquity. In 3200 BC, Menes, a pharaoh of the early dynastic period of ancient Egypt and founder of the first dynasty, was said to be carried off and then killed by a hippopotamus. In 620 BC, Draco of Athens, an Athenian lawmaker, was reportedly smothered to death by gifts of cloaks and hats showered upon him by appreciative citizens at a theater in Aegina, Greece. In 612 BC, Charondas, a Greek lawgiver from Sicily, issued a law that anyone who brought weapons into the assembly must be put to death. One day, he arrived at the assembly seeking help to defeat some brigands in the countryside, but with a knife still attached to his belt. In order to uphold his own law, he committed suicide. In 6th century BC, Milo of Croton, an Olympic champion wrestler, got his hand trapped when he tried to split a tree apart. Left alone in the woods, he was then devoured by wolves. In 475 BC, Heraclitus of Ephesus, a Greek philosopher, was said to have been devoured by dogs after smearing himself with cow manure in an attempt to cure his dropsy. In 455 BC, Aeschylus, the eldest of the three great Athenian tragedians, was killed by a tortoise dropped by an eagle that had mistaken his bald head for a rock suitable for shattering the shell of the reptile. In 430 BC, Empedocles of Acragas, a pre-Socratic philosopher from Sicily, who, in one of his surviving poems, declared himself to have become a divine being and was no longer mortal, tried to prove so, by leaping into Mount Etna, an active volcano. In 289 BC, Agathocles of Syracuse, a Greek tyrant of Syracuse, was murdered with a poisoned toothpick. In 210 BC, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, whose artifacts and treasures include the terracotta army, died after ingesting several pills of mercury, in the belief that it would grant him eternal life. In 1st century BC, Manius Aquilius and Marcus Licinius Crassus, part of the late Roman Republic era consul, was sent as ambassador to Asia Minor in 90 BC to restore Nicomedes IV of Bithynia to his kingdom after the latter was expelled by Mithridates VI of Pontus. Aquilius was captured and brought to Mithridates, who in 88 BC, had him executed by pouring molten gold down his throat. In 20 AD, Claudius Drusus, the eldest son of the future Roman Emperor Claudius, died while playing with a pear. Having tossed the pear high in the air, he caught it in his mouth when it came back down, but he choked on it, dying of asphyxia. In 258 AD, Saint Lawrence, a deacon, was roasted alive on a giant grill during the persecution of Valerian. In 362 AD, Marcus of Arethusa, a Christian bishop and martyr, was hung up in a honey-smeared basket for bees to sting him to death. In 375 AD, Valentinian I, a Roman emperor, suffered a stroke which was provoked by yelling at foreign envoys in anger. Please like, comment and follow for Part 2, Strange Deaths from the Middle Ages and Renaissance Eras. Thank you for watching.